Did you know that you are a powerful spiritual being? And you didn't stop being a powerful spiritual being when you was born into this fleshly body. You just came here to experience what goes with this physical living and living in this physical body, in this material physical world. You came here to experience it, not be controlled by it. Because you are a powerful spiritual being, but we are so body conscious that we have forgotten who we really are. Our spiritual being is our natural being, our natural state. This fleshly, living in this fleshly body isn't. The problem is we have become so body conscious that we have forgotten who we are. We think that we are just this body with these five physical senses, this thinking brain, and all these emotions and all of these experiences that go with it. That is not the true you. All of this, we come into this body just to experience these things. We take on this body like you would take on a space suit, like if you went to Mars or to another planet. You would have to have a spacesuit in order to interact with the environment, the atmosphere there. So that's what we do. Our true spiritual being is a very high vibration. We are too high vibration for this physical body. So we have to live in this physical world, to experience this physical world, we have to take on a physical body in order to experience this lower density world, this physical world. But that is not our true identity, is our spirit, not this flesh. We take on these space suits, we come here to experience all that goes with us. All the emotions and all the experiences that go with this physical being. We come here to just experience it, not to be controlled by it. And, but the problem is, like I say, we've forgotten who we really are. We think this is who we are. And that's the problem with a lot of people talk about the ego is such a bad thing. The ego in and of itself isn't a bad thing. The ego is your identity, what you identify with. And if you identify with just this physical body, with its five physical senses, its thinking brain, and all the emotions, and all the trauma, and all the disappointments, and all the heartaches, and all the experiences that go with it, if this is what you're identifying with, you have forgotten who you really are. You are this most powerful, wonderful spiritual being that has unlimited knowledge, unlimited power, unlimited access to wisdom and to knowledge and to anything you could ever want or need. It is in your spiritual being. Everything here in this physical is just temporary. Nothing here lasts. Nothing here is real. The only real thing is what the things of the spirit. And when you're in the spirit, there's love, there's joy, there's peace. That's your true self. That's your true nature, is love, joy, and peace. When you're in the spirit, there is no disappointment. There is no heartache. There is no pain. There is no suffering. There is no anger. There is no fear. Those things are just the things of this flesh, the things of this physical world that you're experiencing, that you are supposed to experience, and not let them things control you. And you can tell, where are you living from? Don't live from just his. Don't let your ego identify with this. Let your ego identify with your true self, your powerful self, which is spirit, which is love, which is joy, which is peace. And everything here in this physical being, in this physical world, like I say, we come here just experience it. It isn't real. It doesn't last. Everything here is temporary. Nothing is going to last. And we come here and we experience all these emotions of fear and anger and disappointment and trauma and all of this. It's just the physical experiences. It's nothing to do with the spirit. It's just we come here to experience these things. They're very temporary, and you can learn to live where are you living from. Are you living from your higher self? Are you letting this physical dimension control you? How can you tell? How can you know? We come in here and we experience all kinds of things, and everything here is illusory. It's illusion. It's temporary. We come here and we do experience what we think as love in this natural physical world, but even it's an illusion. Even it's temporary, because we think we love somebody till they do something that we don't like, or they don't give us what we think we want or what we think we need, and then all of a sudden we don't love them anymore. Well, that never was love to begin with. That was just an illusion of love, because love is always abiding. Love never ends. Love always loves, no matter what. We experience false joy here. It's only an illusion, the joy we experience. You have joy, you get a new car, you get a new house, you achieve something, accomplish a new goal, or somebody acknowledges you, it makes you happy, and you're happy for a little while, but then where did that happiness go? Where did that joy go? It doesn't last. It's temporary. It's an illusion. We experience what we think is peace here. If everything's going smooth, everything's going our way, we think we're at peace. But when somebody cuts us off in traffic, or we meet up with a rude person and they hurt our feelings, or they aggravate us or make us mad or whatever, where did that peace go? We thought we had peace. It disappeared. It went. It never was real to begin with, because true peace is always there. Nothing can affect true peace. But that's who you really are. When you're living from the true higher, what we call the spiritual self, we call it the higher self. And this old lower physical dimension, we call it our lower self, because that's really what it is. It's the lower dimension. But this is not what we came here just to experience this, not to be controlled by it. So how do you know where you're living from? If you're living in love and joy and peace and nothing can affect that, you know you're living from your higher self. You're living from your natural state. If you're experiencing fear and anger and just suffering, and you're living in a place of fear, and you're living in a place of survival, you know you're letting this flesh control you. You're not just experiencing, you're letting it control you. Don't let it control you. Live from that wonderful higher place of love and joy and peace. And when we know when somebody's living, which way they're living. Are they living from their higher self or from their lower self? Because if they act in a certain way, and it seems like it's hurtful, or they come against you, or they attack you, or they're less than kind, we understand that they're just living from their higher self. They have forgotten who they really are. They have forgotten. And so why would we be mad at them? Why would we be angry at them if we're living from up here? We just look at them and we realize they're living from their lower dimension. They have really forgotten who they are. So we should have compassion on them, love from them. And learn who you really are. Learn to live from your higher self. It's a wonderful state to live from. And you can reach that. You can be that. Just become aware. Just become aware of more than this physical body, more than its 5 physical senses, more than the thinking brain. You can become aware that you are truly spirit, and that there's spirit all around you. That is the kingdom of heaven. Thank you.